Did you know that dinosaurs still exist and in fact roam among us today? Indeed, not all of them are still around, but one of the most fierce descendants is the American alligator. This apex predator stalks among the reeds in the American Everglades, as well as in Louisiana, where it stands at the top of the food chain, consuming anything that stands in its path. And one of the greatest things we can do as men is show how awesome we are by casting dominion over these creatures. This is done through one-on-one bouts of strength, hand to teeth, and these great fights are known as gator wrestling. Once Indians used this as a way of life in order to retain resources and to just live in the Everglades, but nowadays it has turned into more of a sport and tourist attraction as people come from all around to see men just claim dominion over these gators and just how strong they are. And I can tell you, we can actually do this today, and it's not as crazy as it sounds. And I mean, you can even do it with your own hands. Just two things that can really help you, however, is duct tape and a towel. Now, you may be wondering what these two things can do, and one of the most important things about gators is making sure that they don't chase you immediately. Normally they're very docile. So the towel you use is to cover its eyes, that way it cannot see what you're doing. And then once you have done this, what you must do is run all the way around their back and then jump on them. And the reason you want to do this is because you want to lift their head in a 90-degree angle, almost in like a submission pose from wrestlers. And once you have done this, the gator cannot use its weight against you to try to flip you off, and things like that in order to get you off. And then what you must do is use your duct tape and round it about their mouth, that way they cannot open their jaws and proceed to bite you. Now you may be wondering what duct tape can do to these giant, awesome creatures. Well, what it does is that gators' mouths, or the muscles in their mouths in order to open their jaws, are actually really weak. You can even keep their mouth closed with just one hand if you press down on it. And so with the duct tape, you'll keep them from biting you. And then once you have them up in the pose, you've literally claimed your trophy of the gator. And now you can go about and do as you wish with it. Whether that be wear it proudly along your belts, or maybe send it back into the Everglades where it can live peacefully among the gators. I just want to thank you and for this awesome speech, and this is Russell Murdock.